Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be doing a reaction review for Fairy Tail 485. That's the chapter. The title is 5 Days Worth of Food. So, tenacity and the end game are what really spice up a match. Of course, let's see page 3, of course, which is fan art. These fan arts are amazing, really. Then we have Natsu here. Fiery arms, and it starts off on page 5. So seriously, it can't be Natsu is going to talk things out. Okay, so August, I wonder what kind of magic he uses. You do understand you're going there in order to negotiate, right? Whatever you do, don't go picking a fight. I'm asking you nicely here. If you do end up starting a fight, you'll be obliterated at that very moment. Consider yourself warned. So they're so strong that Lucy is basically asking him, we're going to negotiate things. Whatever you do not, so do not start a fight. Because these people are so strong that mostly likely you will be obliterated right there on the spot. And we already got like a little backstory about these two and what exactly do they stand for, and the simple fact that they're very, very strong. So let's continue and let's see what Natsu does. August is actually a gentle person by nature. Amongst the 12, he is by far the easiest to talk things out with. However, the Emperor Zerv was it at any rate, his loyalty towards the Emperor burns fiercely. If that's the case, how do you plan on reasoning with him? So now we understand that Zerv is indeed the head of the 12, and this means that Zerv is the one that's very hard to negotiate with. Because after all, he was the one that created the book, and he was the one that created these, these demons, that they're fighting every now and then. So, so basically, the story goes how we're going to negotiate with these people. They're so strong that if we step out of line just one bit, you are goner. So now, right at the top of page 6, good question. Come on, give it up, miss. You're standing out like a sore thumb over there. I just can't believe that you two actually trust that woman. I told you already, didn't I? She ain't all bad. So Natsu is basically talking, saying she's not bad at all, We just trust her because she's been with us for a long time, and we basically locked her up in prison, so whatever she does, she's going to cooperate no matter what. Even so, that's not enough reason to go so far as to releasing her magic sealing stone restraints. She's supposed to be our prisoner of war, remember? Hey, don't sweat the small stuff. I'd really like to know what's floating around in the head of yours, because it's certainly not a functioning brain. So as you can see, Natsu is laughing, and one of the Fairy Tail members is just saying like, really? So you guys released her power. She can use her magic now because she's free to do so when she wants to. And not only that, to put more into this, she's going to be the one to negotiate with them. And yet alone, you let her to roam free with you guys. And he's making a point that, okay, so why is she even set free when she's supposed to be a prisoner of war? And he's wondering what the heck is going on in Natsu's head, because he barely uses his head, obviously, knowing Natsu. So more importantly, are we really going to walk the entire way? Just so we are clear, I ain't reading any carriages, and I can only carry one person at a time. I've got an inspired idea. So while they're talking about we're going to walk the entire way, she gets inspired by an idea. He's ginormous, well, it's a colossal happy. No, we can all ride. Now we can all ride. Oh, this big fluffy, woofy guy, she's acting like all girly all of a sudden. Turn me into a giant zoo. I have a feeling right now I'm the coolest cat in the world. Damn right, you're not just a cool, you're ice cold. You're freaking me out. So he's not just cool, he's very cold apparently. Fairy Tail basement. So now we're going to the Fairy Tail basement on page 9. Not good enough. So basically, not good enough. You must use your abilities to the fullest to channel all of your might and destroy me. I just can't do it. You may be a thought projection, but you're still my friend. There's no way I can go all out on my friends. Kana, you bear a striking resemblance to a dear old friend of mine. Well, your hair looks similar, sort of. That's not much of a striking resemblance. So her friend is telling her, "You bear striking resemblance to one of our friends. Your hair, at least." And then she goes like, "That's not a striking resemblance. God damn it." So basically, striking resemblance is when you bear like facial features, hair. It could be body structure to somebody, but almost everything has to be almost not the same. It doesn't be a carbon copy. It just has to be in such a random about way that you kind of that certain things about you just resemble that person from anywhere from your face or possibly your personality. She passed away at a very young age, but even after she was gone. She continued supporting me. She gave me the power to press on despite all odds. If Zara had lived on, she may have grown up to be a woman like you. That's what I like to think, Zara. This, my boyfriend, you can't have him. Zara, let's drink until the sun comes up today too. Actually, forget everything I just said. So the Heart Fairy Tale, she's like, wait a minute, forget everything I just said. That makes no sense whatsoever. You're a pretty rude ghost, you know that? So the Heart Fairy Tale is a ghost, obviously. She's like, you know what, forget about what I just said. Forget about everything I just said. Zara still lives on within my heart, even to this day. Not in this empty spirit body, but in my heart. There's only one person in the world who is capable of freeing Zara and from this crystalline coffin, and that's you, Kana. You will cast this spell, not to attack a comrade, but to save one. She wants Hannah to learn the technique so she can release Zara from the crystal. And now, the question is, what happens when she's released from the crystal? We don't know yet. We have to get there first. We got to get through this chapter to actually get there. So it's way too early to make any assumptions, if that's all right with you, honestly. But if anything, feel free to just comment and tell me what you think is going to happen. So Northern Fjord, the Sacred Mountain Zonia. Very familiar to this place. Gadju, there's too many enemies. We're not getting anywhere. Yeah, I heard you the first time. So there's so much there. So basically, Gadju's group are fighting a lot of enemies, and they feel they're getting nowhere because you got to think about it. It's like a group of what, 7 people versus an army. Call me crazy, but if you're gonna fight 200 people with like 7 people, it's gonna take you forever. Even if you have superpowers, you know, it's gonna take a massive ball of energy to wipe out an entire fleet like that. Obviously. So Karma Demon Diving Iron Sword. So that was Gadju, obviously, because he's iron. Gadju is still a badass, that's for sure. Fro thinks so too. Sulking is not a good look for you. I couldn't do a damn thing. So Master, I turned out to be... You are the master, and that's exactly why at times like these, you need to encourage everyone. So this chick just smacks this guy, and he's like... So Yukino just smacks the shit out of this guy, and everybody's just shouting, did she just smack? Did Yukino just smack this guy? Like, let's be serious here. I know you have the power to do just that. I'm sorry that most have hurt. Not at all. I'm the one who hit you after all. I'm sorry if it stung a bit. Having to knock some sense into a pathetic master like me, there's no way it wouldn't hurt. I have no idea what came over me. Please excuse my actions. Thanks, Yukon, for opening my eyes. We are going to continue to grow and surpass every challenge that comes our way. Listen up. If you can move, then stand up and follow me. So now he has restraint. He has determination. Now he's able to move forward and fight after that big stunning smack Yukon gave him, which is pretty lovely, by the way. We tigers still haven't eaten our fill. We are gonna feast for 5 days starting now. That goes double for the Pegasi. Which one of you assholes was gawking at my panties? Was it you? Okay, that's hilarious. And for the record, I unusually wear much cutter ones. Why does this even matter? You're in a battlefield and she's talking about panties and who was laughing at it, and I wear certain types. Revenge for Ishiya, your death won't be in vain. It's not like I cared about you or anything, but damn. Why did you have to go and die? You guys do know he's alive, right? So again, with the craziness, it goes like, you know Ichiya is alive, right? It's like, oh, and everybody's like, what? Arikot vanished, so Milady is back in action. As I recall, she was on the verge of losing her temper. These scoundrels made our master cry, and for that sin, They deserve no mercy. So I'm guessing these are the enemies right here. You hear that, Master Crybaby? You are never going to let me live that down, are you? Come on, not you too. So everybody is crying now in the battlefield. This is ridiculous. Oh, even the guys who got captured are full of pep all of a sudden. What do you suggest we do, Lady Aline? This is no problem at all. With Bardman and Raykid on the battlefield, we need only watch. So I'm just so confused. Everybody's just blabbling out certain things. One person's like blah blah blah, and the other person is like what? So everybody's confused. It's like they don't know what's going on in the battlefield because they're just moving so fast. And that's one thing that usually tells you everything is fast paced. When the characters themselves have no idea what's going on, they're like, oh, you know, he's still alive. It's like, wait, what? So that's one sign that says it's a fast paced, arc within the Fairy Tail series. It's the Reaper. Run for your lives. The Reaper has appeared again. We're all gonna get crucified. I don't ever want to go through that kind of humiliation again. Oh God, it is the Reaper. So Gaju throws a whole bunch of, iron rods at this Reaper. What? Holy shit. All that pain and frustration building up in you, I'll make sure to return it in spades. Do you have any idea how it feels to be crucified? So Gaju just straight up puts this guy up against a tree. For bringing back the worst memories of my life, you're going to feel my wrath. Versus the Reaper, the iron fist of rage crashes down. What thou hast just touched is death itself. My God, Gaju has some serious balls. Because for him to just attack the Reaper, this is going to be just the main point, is that this guy just brings back drudges of bad memories, bad feelings. He wants nothing to do with this guy, and he's about to finish him. And mostly likely we're about to see Gaju's true power in the next chapter, which is basically Fairy Tail 486. And in the end, we're left with a very accursed line by the Reaper himself. What thou hast just touched is death itself. To be continued in chapter 486, the fourth guest. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me for Fairy Tail, chapter 485, 5 days worth of food. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to follow me up on Twitter. So thank you very much. Have a great day.